here on IceTime.TV at Ice Arena Wales for our regular weekly catch-up with Devils players and coaching staff. And I'm joined by Devils forward Matthew Myers. Matthew, good to see you.
Nice to see you too, John.
Around about a month, 6 weeks into the season now with training camp, the extended training camp, and a few regular season games. How are things going for you right now?
Not bad. I think obviously training camp was a little bit longer, as you said, and it was different for a lot of guys coming in early August, but it was probably good for us. Hopefully it'll help us and doesn't hurt us down the stretch with fatigue and those type of things. So hopefully that doesn't happen to us. But it's been great guys. Obviously we'd like to have had maybe a better start because we've been a bit up and down. We just got our first 4 points on the weekend, but that's fine. I mean, as long as we can keep rolling here and not be one win, one loss every weekend, we're going to be just fine.
Now, obviously, you played for the Nottingham Panthers last year, and you and I have spoken that maybe they were the chief exponents of four-line hockey last year in this country and really set the bar. The Devils are going for that with some great role players like David Bryan, who we're going to speak to a little bit later. Are you seeing the benefits of four-line hockey right now in Cardiff?
Yeah, again, like we talked about with Nottingham, that'll become more of a benefit to us further down the line when we still got our energy and teams are flagging third periods, Christmas time, and going towards February, March, April. That's when I think we'll really see the benefit of playing four lines. But at the moment it's good because everybody has energy. We're starting to play better hockey. We're starting to capitalise on the PPEs and stuff, and everybody's playing, so that's good.
Well, that's a great lead into my power play question. The Devils fans know that what they're getting with you, a strong power forward. You can play on the penalty kill, but you can also play on the power play and go to the net. And you and Scott Hotham seem to have a little bit of an understanding. He seems to get the puck to the net. You're creating a little bit of chaos there, and it's been successful so far.
Yeah, Scott's a good guy up top there. He controls the play very, very well. He's got a good brain when he's shooting the puck. He's not trying to go top cheese every time. He's trying to beat the first forward there, get the pucks through, and he's been doing a great job of that. And of course there's three other guys out there doing a hell of a job too to get the pucks to the net or get the pucks up top or wherever. So our power play unit's not been doing too bad. The other one's obviously also doing a great job. So hopefully we can keep moving forward with that and get the PP figures up there.
In terms of 5-on-5 action, you over the last couple of weekends playing regularly with Chris Culligan and Guy Doucette, Joey Haddad dropped onto that line on the weekend. Starting to form some chemistry? Yeah,
I mean, we only had, I think, Deuce, myself and Cully had like 2 games together, 2 and a bit games, and then Joey and Cully, we had, I don't know, 2 games, I suppose, together. So it is a little bit tough at the moment, playing only a couple of games together, then maybe switching. But hopefully now we had a good weekend. We'll stick with the lines that we had on the weekend going forward this week in practice and moving towards the weekend. Hopefully stick with them for the weekend and see if we keep winning. There's no reason to change the lines, and doesn't really matter who's getting on the scoreboard. All that matters at the end of the day is we got the 2 points.
Now, just off the top of my head, and someone will correct me, but I'm thinking you're probably the most decorated player in that dressing room in terms of silverware won. You've been in a lot of successful Nottingham Panthers locker rooms. What's the atmosphere like in there at the moment? How does this compare? Can Devils fans be confident with the personnel in that locker room?
Yeah, they can definitely be confident. I mean, it showed during pre-season that we got a good team taking on. I know we lost against the KHL teams, but the step up from this level to KHL is massive. So to come out the way we did, I think was pretty good. We've showed, I mean, I know we lost in Nottingham, but I think we dominated that game, and Mika had a great night. And credit to Nottingham, they did a good job closing us down, making it difficult to penetrate the net and all those things. But we showed, that we are a quality outfit, and hopefully we can throw a run together here. But I wouldn't like to say we're going to win anything because you never know. Things change, touch wood, there's no injuries or anything like that. So we're just going to see, and we're just trying to have fun as a group, working hard together. And, normally teams that have the most fun end up winning the most. So if that rings true for this season, then we'll be just fine.
Now, Andrew Lord tries to keep us on our toes in commentary. I think we've got about 9 alternate captains this year, haven't we? But no, in all seriousness, you wear the A at home, I believe, but you've got a leadership role in that dressing room. How is that progressing for you at the moment?
Yeah, no, it's fine. There was lots of guys in the room who could be captains, assistant captains, and without any letters, they can do may take a leadership role anyway, and that's what's happening, and that's great. Nobody feels like the need that they need to stand up and say something and be rah-rah guys. I think really we just got a group of guys who are just, holding each other accountable, working hard, and not really getting on top of each other, but just, giving each other a tap. Oh, you need to do this, you need to do that. If they're not doing great, or if they're struggling, say, just be confident, and that's great, and that's going to help us again. I know I keep saying down the stretch, but if we can stay a positive, confident group, we're going to win.
Now, obviously in Nottingham, you went from a player-coach situation to a bench coach when Corey Nielsen, who was a great player in his own right, then stepped behind the bench. Have you noticed any sort of discernible differences in the last couple of weeks with Andrew Lord being that player on the ice, but now standing behind the bench and having experienced that before? Can you let us into what some of those differences might be?
I think from a player's point of view, when Lordo's playing, it's very difficult for him to rest, think about playing, and be as productive as he may like to be, because he's always concentrating on, as soon as he comes off, he's looking on the ice. Oh, who's going? Now him and Jamie are doing a good job managing the bench, and everything seems to be running a little bit smoother. And that'll only help Lordo for his coaching career, which is where he's going to progress to after playing. I'm sure he wants to get back in the lineup, but hopefully we can keep him out with another 4 points this weekend. I
guess if he is standing on the bench, you guys must be doing something right.
That's right, yeah. We don't want him back in the lineup.
And just finally, obviously, the big game at Ice Arena Wales this Sunday is against the Nottingham Panthers. I know you had a number of great years in Nottingham. You must have been touched by the reaction you got when you visited the National Ice Centre a couple of weeks ago. So just on that, and also, what do we expect from a Corey Nielsen team?
We expect, like we've seen the last number of years, they're going to be hard-working team. They're going to be, pressure. They're never going to quit. All those things. They're going to have great goaltending. They're going to be very systematic. But we just need to concentrate on what we do well. Not really worry too much about the other team, both teams this weekend, and any team. If we can concentrate and play in the way we play, we know we play well when we're on our game, and we're going to beat most teams if we can do that.
Well, Matthew, thank you for joining us on IceTime.TV, and the very best of luck for the weekend.
Thanks very much.